shiny new pistons. One very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Pregame Financial is a comprehensive financial services firm committed to helping our clients improve their long-term financial success. Our customized programs seek to grow, protect, and conserve our clients' wealth by delivering personalized service and expertise. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, FINRA SIPC. Please call us at 740-775-1040 to schedule a consultation.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget, as well as 60 months, 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place. And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
Experience the hometown Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's with pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly or start shopping online at yourhometownchevy.com.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Have you experienced simply brilliant fiber internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery, tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Last season, the Portsmouth Trojans got the best of the Fairland Dragons not once, not twice, but 3 times, including a Division V state semifinal en route to the state championship. Now tonight, the Dragons make the trip to Portsmouth, seeking their revenge on the defending state champions here in this OVC battle. A pleasant good evening and happy Tuesday to you tonight from the Trojan Arena here in Portsmouth. Carson Francis and John Bruce with you tonight on this Tuesday evening for tonight's presentation of Ohio High School Girls Basketball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. John, these are two heavyweights here in Southeast Ohio. As I mentioned, they met in the Final Four last year, coming off a tremendous season on both sides. What can we look forward to tonight?
Just high-quality basketball. You're just going to see some really talented kids out here playing a really good level of basketball. So you've got some really, you've got a couple D1 kids on the floor, one for each side, and then you've got just a bevy of talented players that have a chance to keep playing at the next level as well. Very senior heavy for Fairland, a team that has never not made the Final Four, and then you've got just a really talented but not real deep Portsmouth team. So one of the things that hurt Fairland last year was they didn't have a ton of depth. Well, they got a lot more depth this year, but this is an experienced Portsmouth team that has done a ton of winning, and it's just going to have a lot of talent here, and two really, really well-coached teams as well.
Yeah, looking at Portsmouth, only 5 games in, they've already been well battle-tested. Their season opener, a 2-point loss to Olentangy down at the Journey at the Tourney in Cincinnati, and then not too long ago picked up a big win over Division I powerhouse Reynoldsburg up at Westerville South. This team is no stranger to competition, and they're going to put it on the floor tonight.
Yeah, it's you're led by Sienna Allen, the 6-foot senior. A little bit of a do-it-all, averages 20 points a game. There's a reason why she's going to go to Ohio University and probably play pretty quickly for the Bobcats. Just an outstanding player, does a really good job off the drive, but also is a really high-level shooter as well. Then Kiki Woods. Kiki Woods is to me, the player to watch. Only listed at 5'6". I believe that might be up a couple of inches for the last couple of years. But as we mentioned today on Overtime presented by Perfection One, she's a demon defensively. She just gets after you and never gets tired. The fact she doesn't wear out makes her just awful to have to play against. If you see that she's matching up with you, you're not going to be excited because you know that is going to be a long 32 minutes of action because of what all she can do on the floor.
And you hinted at the experience coming from Portsmouth, but let's not forget, this Fairland team returns 5 seniors, all of whom have played very valuable minutes for the Dragons over the past couple of seasons. Tegan Leap, Issa Taliaferro, Addison Cornell, and then the 2 big ones, Addison Godby, the Stetson University commit, and Bailey Russell, the spearheads for this Fairland program the past couple seasons.
Well, Bailey Russell doesn't have the commitment that Addison Godby does, but she does have something else. She's going to be the all-time leading scorer at Fairland, and if you know anything about this Fairland girls program, 3 straight Final Four appearances, and a big part of that is because of what Godby and Russell have done for 4 years. Taliaferro's done it for the most part for 4 years as well, and then Leap and Cornell, what they've been able to do the last couple of years as well, has been huge for the success of this program. Coach John Buchanan, one of the top coaches in the South, not only the Southeast District, but I'd say the state when it comes to girls basketball, just one of those really elite coaches. And, you have the talent, and he knows how to work with it. But speaking of that, Amy Hughes has done an amazing job with the sports program as well.
5 combined Final Fours in the last 3 seasons for each of these programs. And as far as the coaching battle goes, John Buchanan and Amy Hughes have been to a combined 8 Final Fours throughout their coaching careers. Amy Hughes, the last 2 seasons with Portsmouth, also had a trip to the state tournament with Ironton back in 2005. Meanwhile, John Buchanan has made it 5 times as head coach of the Dragons.
Yeah, just outstanding coaches. They just know how to win and do it at a high level. And because of that, you see these really talented teams, and they don't typically take a big step back. So this is a Fairland team that last year, it seemed like that was maybe a step back year. Oh, they still get to the Final Four. And now you have a really talented group of freshmen coming up to mix in with these seniors, and you can see why people in Proctorville are very excited for this year's team.
One that stands out to me on paper is the 5'8" freshman Riley Russell, averaging 8 points a game already as a freshman, 13 in a win over Rock Hill not too long ago. They're going to look to use some of this young experience to help out this already senior-laden squad.
Well, and you mentioned the Rock Hill game, and one of the things with the OVC, not very deep beyond these two teams. So these games are so important for both Portsmouth and Fairland. Both times they play each other, and then when they go out and challenge themselves in the non-conference, because it gives kids like a Riley Russell a chance to get more experience in the tighter games that they're going to see when they get to the regionals and then hopefully to the state for both these programs, as there's a possibility we could see them matching up once again in the Final Four. Man, I'm really looking forward to this one tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting when you've got, again, 5 combined Final Four trips in the last 3 years, and the most recent one, they played each other. That one, a 63-40 win for the Trojans up at the Convocation Center at Ohio University. Portsmouth would then go on to defeat Creston Norway in the state title game last year to win not only the first state title in Portsmouth girls history, but the first girls basketball state title in Scioto County.
Well, and it's got to feel good when you come into this gym and you see all of the history around the walls, and it's the boys. And then they hang a banner last year for a state Final Four. They add some numbers to it this past season, and then you get to hang the new state championship banner next to that beautiful state championship banner that the boys have put up with 4 state titles here at Portsmouth. And as you said, the first girls state championship in Scioto County history. It's not like Scioto County hasn't seen some outstanding basketball. And it's just, man, that says a lot about what they've been able to do over the last few seasons. Coach Hughes, this program, have really taken basketball in Scioto County to another level.
Going back to tonight's matchup, John, you talked about it a little bit throughout this open, but what are going to be some things that each team needs to do to come out on top tonight?
Well, I think Fairland has to use their depth, and I think Portsmouth has to really be able to play without fouling. A couple years ago, we saw a tight game here that Portsmouth ended up winning, but Kiki Woods got in some foul trouble early. When they got to the Final Four a couple of years ago, she got in some foul trouble early in that one. She has to be on the court for Portsmouth. Yes, you see Sienna Allen, going to be one of their all-time leading scorers, if not their all-time leading scorer. She's going to go play Division I basketball. But what Kiki Woods is able to do on both sides of the ball, just causing havoc, makes it to where things are a little bit easier for Sienna Allen on that side. And then for Fairland, you got to try to make it to where Bailey Russell's getting some open shots. If she knocks down shots, that makes things easier for everyone else. And then you just let Addison Godby do her thing, because you're going to see why she's going to go on to play Division I at Stetson.
Portsmouth, winners of the last 3 in the series, looking to make it 4 straight tonight on their home floor against the Fairland Dragons. We'll step aside for the playing of our national anthem and the player introductions here at Trojan Arena. You're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget, as well as 60 months 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news. Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Have you experienced simply brilliant fiber internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Back here inside the Trojan Arena, national anthem was just played by Antonio McCrimmon of Portsmouth, played on the saxophone. Amazing job by Antonio tonight before our game. And now the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Fairland Dragons, and it looks like we will have it right here for you. Tegan Leap, Issa Taliaferro, Addison Cornell, Addison Godby, and Bailey Russell. The first five out for the Dragons. A star-studded lineup nonetheless for Fairland.
Yeah, you've got some really outstanding players who have done a whole lot of winning, as we've said. And, Coach Buchanan can trust each one of them with, getting into the flow of the game without having to worry about the fact you got a big crowd, you're going to have it's going to be a loud crowd as well. It's going to be an intense game. So you start your seniors, and then you let your younger kids work their way into the lineup. And I really like that as a way to reward them, but at the same time, get your team a little prepared as time goes on. Leap averages 3.8 points a game. Telefaro, 13.8. Addison Cornell averaging 10.5 points a game. Addison Godby, 13.3, along with 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 6.3 steals per game, along with a pair of blocks as well. And then Bailey Russell, averaging 20.8 points a game. She averages 5.5 steals per contest as well.
This Fairland team loves to get active on the defensive side of the floor. Let's see how that will shape up against the Portsmouth Trojans as the lights go out here in Trojan Arena. We'll get their starting five introduced now. Quite an atmosphere here at Portsmouth.
Yeah, and this is what you want out of these big-time matchups. You want atmospheres like this.
See the starters for the Trojans being introduced: Sienna Allen, Salem Allen, Kiki Woods, Haven Carter, and KK Mays, the starting five for the Trojans.
You mentioned Sienna Allen, 20.4 points a game, 6 boards, 4 assists. She does a little bit of everything for them. Salem Allen gives them a lot of energy, 4.4 points a game. Kiki Woods, 20 points a game, 6 steals, as well as just being a lockdown defender, even if she's not getting steals. Haven Carter, 17 points a game, along with 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Carter and Woods, look for them to play some high-level basketball after high school as well. Only juniors have not made a commitment yet. KK Mays, the Shawnee State commit, averages 8 points a game, has just been a really key cog along the way. Maybe doesn't get the big-time accolades as a lot of the others, but she's been a very important piece over the last 3+ seasons for this Portsmouth program.
Sienna Allen, again, the spearhead for this Trojans team, Division V District Player of the Year a season ago, committed to Ohio University. Once again, these two teams met up 3 times last year with Portsmouth winning all 3. Fairland looking to get back on winning track here tonight in Portsmouth as Sienna Allen and Addison Godby stand in center circle awaiting the tip-off.
And you don't have to tell these Fairland kids twice that Portsmouth went 3-0 against them a season ago.
2 OVC rivals squaring off in a Final Four rematch. We're underway from Portsmouth. The Trojans have the night's first possession. KK Mays at the top of the key, drives, kicks it out to Salem Allen, who stands on the wing, guarded by Cornell. There's Allen, top of the key. Allen steps back, puts up the jumper, knocks it down. Sienna Allen gets the night started with the step-back jumper.
Yeah, just does a good job of finding her spot, getting a nice step back and drilling about a 17-footer.
Elite picks up her dribble. Goes to Cornell inside, it's knocked away, and a scramble for it. Cornell comes up with it, can't get the ball out. It's a tie-up, and possession arrow pointing to Fairland.
Well, I like what Portsmouth's done already. So they put Salem Allen on Bailey Russell instead of using Kiki Woods early. Now, Woods is one of those players that can just run all night, but if you've got her off the ball, maybe she can create even more damage than on the ball, or just trying to take away Bailey Russell.
There's Talia Farrow standing on the side of the wing, gives it out to Godby. Some 2-man action up top for Fairland. There's Godby with it on the far side. Godby in a double team, gets tied up again, and this time it'll go to the Trojans. Kiki Woods got her hands on the ball and forces a turnover.
And that's credited as a steal as well, because you're forcing the turnover, getting the possession. Big time play already.
KK Mays inbounds it to Kiki Woods. Fairland going with a little press action. Woods dishes it out to Allen. Trojans will reset on the outside. Allen jump stops through traffic, draws the foul to stay on the floor. And the Trojans will reset from the baseline.
Well, it looked like Godby may have gotten there, but Allen was able to not create that much contact. And because of that, Godby's not able to go down to sell the call. Ends up being a foul instead on Cornell.
Be the 5'10 junior Haven Carter to inbound for the Trojans. Carter lobs one up for Allen. It's over her head and into the backcourt. And the Trojans will reset their offense.
So not a bad idea. Just maintain possession, get yourself set up.
Woods out to Mays. Mays tried to go to Carter in the post. He gets it back, but this Fairland defense staying aggressive down low. Tried to find Allen inside, and now the ball's on the floor again.
I think we're going to see a jump ball instead, which will go.
It will go to Fairland.
Yeah. Three jump balls in the first 100 seconds of action.
Kind of shows already how aggressive these two teams are going to be on the defensive side. You know, Fairland gets a lot of steals, showing why so far tonight.
Yeah, very active hands defensively so far.
Cornell outside trying to find Russell on the backdoor cut. Cornell will take it herself inside, try to kick it out to Russell. It's taken away. KK Mays with it for Portsmouth. She'll pick up her dribble, reset with Allen. Allen to Carter, now Woods. Woods on the drive, got it swatted away by Bailey Russell.
Yeah, really quick first step there by Woods, but Russell able to get the catch-up block to keep Woods off the board.
Allen will inbound now for the Trojans. Gets it into Haven Carter. Now back out to Allen. Carter setting a screen for Allen. Allen picks up her dribble, tried to go to Carter inside. It's knocked away, and the Dragons have it. And another steal, Kiki Woods this time. Woods gets blocked. It's Godby with it, and she gets fouled in the backcourt. Yeah. Kiki Woods got the steal, got blocked, going for the layup. Fairland gets it right back.
Yeah, it's a really quick turn there, and then you're going to pick up the foul on Sienna Allen as well. So, I mean, that's a couple of bad things there for Portsmouth after it looked like a chance for a big-time play. Great recovery by Addison Godby. She picked up the block, using that length already.
Fairland looking to find its legs offensively. Here's Talia Farrow. Try to kick it out, and she throws it away into the backcourt. Dive for the loose ball, and they're going to get an over and back on the Dragons.
Yeah, right now, Fairland's just all out of sorts offensively. Talia Farrow looked like she may have had a drive to the basket, but looked to kick it back out. Where in that situation, you got to just get to the basket or jump stop and then find your partner that you're passing to. Instead, just kind of throws it back into the backcourt. Good hustle by Cornell. Nearly drew a foul also.
Here's Woods on the drive, kicks it out. Here's Salem Allen from the corner. That's no good. A loose ball will roll out of bounds. Fairland takes it.
You know, the good thing for Fairland so far is they've played excellent defense after, you know, they have three possessions, 3 turnovers so far. So got to tighten that up. I would like to see maybe you just go spread it here and let Godby kind of go to work because she's got the skill level to get there.
Talia Farrow feeds Godby in the post, and she gets fouled receiving the pass to go against KK Mays.
Well, that's, you know, Godby listed at 6 foot, but I would say that her length is a little bit longer. So she does a good job getting her body down inside, drawing the foul.
Talia Farrow to inbound for the Dragons. Got to get it in. Throws one up for Godby. Godby backs up to the volleyball line. Trying to command the Dragons offense. Godby off the ball screen. Picks up her dribble. Hand off to Russell. Bailey Russell, 20 points a game. 3 straight 20-point games, gets it out of the double team. There's Cornell outside to Godby. Godby, baseline drive into traffic. Kicks it out again, it's Cornell. Portsmouth trapping like crazy. And another foul on the wing. Looks like it'll go against Haven Carter.
Yeah, this is just it's a torture chamber. When you're playing offense against this team, they are just flying around everywhere. And that's activity. You might think something's going to be open, but their rotations are so good. But that's 3 fouls already within the first 4 minutes, so something they've got to tighten up on.
Loose ball recovered by Tegan Leap. Leap pulls up on the elbow, dishes it out to Talia Farrow. Now Talia Farrow will drive, lost it, gets it right back, kicks it out. Here's Leap. Leap will drive to the middle. Leap puts one up and draws the foul again.
It's going to be their first attempt at the basket, and it took over 4 minutes of play because of what Portsmouth is able to do defensively. Now keep in mind, Portsmouth really only plays 6. So we'll see if that hurts them with how active they have to be so far in this game.
Leap able to knock down the first free throw, just 1 for 4 on the season. Has not been to the line too many times, as we'll have a substitution coming in for the Dragons, the freshman, number 22, Lola Donahue.
Well, Donahue averages 6 points a game, has a high of 11 on the season.
Leap goes 1 for 2 at the line on that trip, but the rebound goes off of Sienna Allen, and possession stays with the Dragons. It'll be Talia Farrow to inbound on the baseline. Gets it into Godby in the post. Godby, turnaround jumper, rattles around and falls. Dragons in the lead.
Yeah, nice touch there by Godby. Didn't get it high off the rim, but gets the touch. First lead of the game now for Fairland.
Trojans looking to answer. They have won the last 3 against the Dragons. And Allen's shot is blocked by Godby. Fairland gets it up the floor quickly. Here's Russell at the rim, and she finishes.
And that's something Bailey Russell has done for 4 years. She gets out ahead, so you get the rebound and the long pass ahead.
Another turnover. Here's Godby, swings it out. Russell for 3. That won't go, and it's Carter with the rebound.
A great look, though. Maybe the best look that Bailey Russell's going to get on the night. Just a little bit long. And Portsmouth avoids a quick 6-point deficit.
Trojans slowing things down offensively. Here's KK Mays trying to drive on Talia Farrow. Kicks it out to Woods. Woods now she'll jump stop. Here's Salem Allen. Back out to Mays. She'll fire and knocks down the jumper. Her foot was on the arc. It'll be 2 points.
Yeah,
but cut into the deficit.
Good dribble, drive, and kick out. Mays knocks down the double.
There's Talia Farrow. Talia Farrow's pass is deflected and recovered by Carter, and a foul by Godby in the backcourt.
It's going to be Godby's first, which that's something to keep an eye on. She's blocked 2 shots so far. Maybe that'll make her a little bit more cautious around the rim or protecting the basket.
Substitutions coming in for Portsmouth. Bryce Shannon and Sky Mays enter the game for the Trojans for the first time tonight. Salem Allen and KK Mays will get a breather.
Shannon was an important part of the team last year. Just came back recently. We'll see how much of an impact she can make early.
Here's Carter, pull-up jumper, can't get it to go, and it's Russell aggressively fighting for that rebound, and she wins the battle.
Yeah, good shot, though, for Carter, and then just a better rebound there for Bailey Russell.
Russell, baseball pass inside for Donahue's knocked away.
It's almost a perfect pass from Bailey Russell, but a good closeout defensively by the Trojans.
Put a little mustard on that one. Talia Farrow to inbound again for the Dragons. Lobs one up to Donahue, goes through her hands. The Portsmouth crowd wanted a backcourt violation. They don't call one. Here's Russell, pulls up from the elbow. Too long on the jumper. Godby fighting for the rebound, and it'll stay with the Dragons.
Yeah, it's not a backcourt just because she didn't have possession in the front court. So because it goes through her hands instead of her having both feet with possession of the ball, ends up just being just the start of a possession.
Minute 54 left in the first quarter. Here's Godby off the inbound. Too short on the layup. And it's recovered by the Trojans. Here's Sienna Allen. Trojans with the 3-on-2. Woods to the basket, gets fouled. The Riley Russell, who just checked into the game for Fairland, committing the foul.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness trying to get to the basket there by Kiki Woods. Good work by Bryce Shannon to keep that play alive previously, knocking that to Sienna Allen, leading to the run out.
Woods banks in the first free throw, evens us up at 5 as Salem Allen will head to the scores table. It looks like she will be checking in for Woods pending the result of this next shot.
Yeah, I think that's, a good time to get a break, although they're not going to get it.
Woods goes 1 for 2 at the line. We're knotted up at 5. It's Talia Farrow up the floor to Donahue. Donahue picks up her dribble, gets it out to Godby. Godby on the drive, fighting against traffic, gets tied up, wins the battle, and puts up a short shot, and Woods comes up with the rebound and gets fouled by Donahue.
And Godby a little too aggressive on that shot. Maybe we got to try to play that one back out or look for the opposite pass instead of putting that one up. Leads to the foul. That's going to be the first foul on Donahue.
Free throws the rest of the way here in the first quarter for either team as Sienna Allen looks to break this press from Fairland. Gets up the floor pretty easily. It's Allen. Allen drives, jump stops, puts it up off the glass, won't go, and rebounded by Riley Russell. Talia Farrow up the floor. Donahue with the layup.
Yeah, good look ahead. One thing you can never do against Fairland is relax defensively.
And another foul in the backcourt against Fairland.
It's going to be the second on Donahue. And then the worst part of that for Fairland is the fact that it's going to send Sienna Allen to the line. Without knowing her numbers, you watch how she plays in the mid-range and beyond, you're just going to guess probably at least a solid free throw shooter.
Enters the game for the first time tonight, replacing Donahue.
For the first time, a 75% free throw shooter on the season.
Addison Godby, 14 points, 3 assists, and 3 steals in their last game as she knocks down the first one. And another sub for the Dragons, Stella Whitley enters the game, replacing Bailey Russell. And Bryce Shannon will come back in for Portsmouth as Haven Carter will head back to the bench. Godby can't sink the second one. She splits the difference at the line as Allen's rebound knocked away by Whitley. It will stay with the Trojans.
And I like, Fairland's pressure hasn't really caused a lot of issues, other than maybe it's just making Portsmouth shoot a little faster and even use more energy.
Woods quickly up the floor for the Trojans. She'll drive to the rim, high off the glass, it won't go. Talia Farrow with the rebound, and it's deflected by Allen. It will stay with Fairland.
I was going to say, and it doesn't seem to matter that it was using some energy because Woods is able to get to the rim, just unable to get it to fall.
Talia Farrow crosses the timeline. Dragons looking to slow things down. Try and hold for the final shot, maybe. Try to go to Godby in the post, loose ball. Godby picks it up, and they're going to call a tie-up, possession arrow pointing to Portsmouth.
Well, it was just, they expected a play to be there, and you just assume, but that's where you're playing a lot of young kids right now. So the pass to Godby wasn't there because Bryce Shannon did a great job of taking it away.
Now Portsmouth will have a say in how the quarter ends. Under 10 to play. Woods trying to break the double team. Picks up her dribble, and she traveled. Tried to throw it ahead. Picked up her own bounce pass. And it will go right back to Fairland as Bailey Russell will enter for the final possession of the first quarter.
Well, and right now, it looks like they might just let Russell get it, which I don't know if that's exactly what you're wanting.
Talia Farrow to throw it in. Here's Godby. Back to Talia Farrow. Talia Farrow fires from deep off the iron. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter, a defensive affair here in this OVC battle in Portsmouth. 8-7 Fairland, your score after one. You're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Experience the hometown Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's real value and real peace of mind. Your hometown Chevrolet is proud to be your trusted local dealer of new and pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly, or start shopping online at yourhometownchevy.com.
Our employees certainly get the credit for that growth. The relationships that they build, people want to deal with people they can trust, they know, feel connected to. And I think that's where a community bank such as Kingston really shines. The color of money is the same no matter where you go, but I think the people behind it is what makes the difference. Having the empathy to understand what's going on in someone's business or personal lives and how you might be able to help it. I think our customers expect that, want that, and truthfully, they deserve that.
Back here in Portsmouth, it's a defensive battle through a quarter of play as Fairland ahead of Portsmouth 8-7 as the second quarter is underway.
Yeah, Bailey Russell hadn't got a whole lot of looks. She's getting one here.
High arcing three from Bailey Russell finds the bottom of the net, her first triple of the night.
Yeah, the last possession, they didn't really factor her in. And then right there, she's open again.
Woods got it knocked away. It's Talia Farrow recovering the loose ball for the Dragons.
I have no idea what I said on the Russell three also.
Inside, here's Godby. Godby lost it. Cornell with the recovery. Wide open is Godby on the post, and she finishes after kissing it off the glass.
Yeah, good work there by Cornell to just stay with it. Godby now with 5.
Salem Allen trying to get it up the floor, and Amy Hughes wants a timeout. This Fairland defense, electric in the backcourt.
Yeah, it's just right now they're almost daring Portsmouth to either dribble through, which they've done a couple times, but they're putting 4 players up. So the deep ball is going to be there if you're confident enough to throw it. So right now, I feel like this is something that Coach Hughes will be able to make the adjustment on, as they can kind of point out where to look for, but that length that Fairland shows with that pressure is going to be tough for these smaller guards to look over for Portsmouth. So I could see where an adjustment is to where maybe Sienna Allen's bringing the ball up a little bit more, where she's going to be able to see over the top.
In their win over Gallia Academy, Fairland as a team made 17 steals. That was a season low. They had 24, 36, and 25 in their first 3 games respectively. It's no secret that this team has been electric in the passing lanes.
Yeah, now they're going to drop back into a zone. I love this change from Coach Buchanan because that timeout was used to make an adjustment. Now, I wouldn't be surprised, a made basket, they go right back into the pressure, but at least for one trip, you're going to show a little bit of 1-3-1, 1-2-2, just being really active. I like that it's packed in as well.
There's Haven Carter's corner 3 off the mark. And a foul on the floor. It'll be against the Trojans.
It's going to be on Bryce Shannon, her first. But because you're kind of packed in, you're packed in with a little bit of focus on Sienna Allen, you say to the others, let's see you make a jump shot instead of scoring inside. Really like that change. And right now, while Fairland's doing a decent job of handling the ball, that's when you can make a little bit of a dent if you're the Dragons.
Cornell tried to find Godby on the post. It's taken away. Here's Russell now on the near side wing. Wiley Russell inside to Cornell, goes up and gets fouled by KK Mays. It'll be 2 free throws for Addison Cornell.
And that's the second on KK Mays. So where you're not playing a lot of kids, you've got Mays, KK Mays, and Haven Carter each with 2 fouls. And that's something that can really factor in throughout this contest.
Cornell, a 65% free throw shooter, knocks down her first. She made 9 free throws in the win over Gallia Academy in their last games. Tegan Leap re-enters for the Dragons. Cornell goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. 8-point lead early on for the Dragons.
And as I said, after you're going to make, you go back into your pressure, and Sienna Allen's the one bringing it up.
Allen quickly breaks the press, and that pass knocked out of bounds by Bailey Russell. Good recovery defense from the senior.
Yeah, and if you're Allen, you got to go to your stop. She stops, she kicks it out, but good recovery, as you mentioned, by Bailey Russell.
Carter will inbound for Portsmouth. Lobs one up for Allen. Fairland back in man-to-man defense. Kiki Woods lost the pass to her hands. She gets it back. There's Allen, high post. She'll back it out and fire from the top of the key, and it's too short.
Well, then you're playing really solid defense, making them play in the half court. Portsmouth not super comfortable with it so far, so you get a little bit of a rush shot. Not a bad shot because Sienna Allen can knock that shot down, but kind of forced.
You sense that after Fairland kind of eased back a little bit on their man-to-man, not really used to that open look with Sienna Allen as she gets fouled crossing the mid-court line.
And that's a big foul also. That's going to be Godby's second, where she's such a difference maker around the rim. And she's upset about it because there was clearly a kick ball on the other end, but was the ball thrown off a foot or was a kick leading to that ball coming off the foot? But either way, ultimately ends up being a turnover. And I think if you're Portsmouth, you got to try to attack that now, try to pick up Godby's third as she's in one-on-one with Sienna Allen.
Haven Carter tried to find Allen on the post, and it's taken away by Godby.
Well, they tried to go to it, but good defense there by Fairland. Forces the turnover to 6th for Portsmouth.
Godby with it at the top now. Dribbles to the far side, finds Leap cutting to the basket. Leap shot is blocked by Allen. Allen pushes up the floor. Here's Carter. Carter to the rim, can't finish. Woods with the offensive rebound, and she's fouled from behind by Bailey Russell.
Yeah, really good hustle by Kiki Woods. Not a surprise there. She gets the offensive rebound, and she's fouled by Bailey Russell, her first.
Pair of team fouls on either side here in the second quarter. As Carter receives the inbound from Allen. Got it poked away. She gets it right back and gets fouled on the baseline.
I think it's going to be on Telefero, her first.
Fairland foul number 1, Isa Telefero. Her first, team third.
Trojans will reset their inbounds. It'll be KK Mays to take it out this time. Inbounded to Woods in the corner. Allen wanted to post up. Woods will keep it instead, and she gets fouled going up again by Russell. Second foul on Bailey Russell.
I think you're almost going to say that the Dragons got unlucky that the foul didn't just get called on Tegan Leap, because Sienna Allen goes to cut through and she gets body checked. They don't call the foul, and eventually it leads to the second foul on Bailey Russell. So 2 fouls on Bailey Russell and Addison Godby each right now for Fairland, to go along with 2 each for Haven Carter and KK Mays from Portsmouth.
Kiki Woods goes 0 for 2 on that trip. Allen with the rebound, and she gets fouled.
Good. Sienna Allen starting to make an impact at this point. That's the second on Addison Cornell. Now, for the next 5 minutes of action, Portsmouth is in the bonus, as that is the 5th already on Fairland, all really in about the last 2 minutes. I like the aggressiveness of Portsmouth to force those fouls.
Allen's first free throw rattles around and down. You got to think offensively now with Fairland in foul trouble that Portsmouth is going to be that much more aggressive.
Yeah, right now Portsmouth struggling to find people to score outside of Sienna Allen, as she has 6 of the 9 for Portsmouth.
Allen goes 2 for 2 at the stripe there. Dragons looking to recover. Here's Russell. Thought about the 3, got it poked away by Woods, and a fight for it on the near sideline. It's out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Dragons.
Well, then Kiki Woods now on Bailey Russell. The last couple trips, she's been put on her. Woods only with 1 foul, so she can stay very aggressive.
Trojans putting no one on the ball in the inbound, and it works to their advantage. Allen with the steal. Trojans with the 3-on-2. Allen draws the blocking foul on Tegan Lee.
Yeah, and right now, I could have told you 2 years ago, literally everything Fairland is running on their out of bounds is going to Addison Godby. You just have to make the adjustment. And right now, that's 2 different times they've tried to go to her on a long distance. First one just deflected, that one intercepted, leading to the turnover.
Allen back at the stripe, knocks down the first one on that trip, gets it back down to 5. Allen a season high of 30 points back in the win over Ironton. As she goes 2 for 2 once again, it's back down to a 4-point game.
She's 6 for 6 at the line so far. 8 points for the Ohio University commit.
Can the Dragons stop the bleeding? Answer back. Russell pulls up, lost it, and it's a travel.
The 8th turnover for Fairland. They're starting to seem a little rattled right now. They had that 8-point lead for quite some time. We're not able to build on it. And now Portsmouth with a little bit of momentum.
Up the floor, here's Haven Carter, finds Allen on the far side block. Allen up and gets fouled again by Tegan Lee.
Well, right now, Fairland just being kind of careless defensively, leading to yet another foul. 6 for 6 at the line as Sienna Allen gets a chance to cut into the lead once more.
knocks down the first one. She's 7 for 7 as Lola Donahue will check back in for the Dragons, replacing Leap. Sienna Allen, the Southeast District Player of the Year in Division 5 a season ago. She's 8 for 8 from the charity stripe. 15-13. Fairland in front, but Portsmouth riding a 6-0 run. It's Talia Farrow backing down. Mays at the volleyball line. Comes off the screen, finds Godby. Godby out to Russell. Corner three. It's good. Bailey Russell from beyond the arc.
Yeah, really good timeout there by Coach Buchanan as well. Great find by Godby. Better shot from Bailey Russell, who now has 8.
That's a great example of when you're being pressured, your back's against the wall. Offensively, you just got to settle down, get the ball in the hands of your best player. Works out perfectly for the Dragons.
Well, and then Godby's got to be careful, though, because on that screen, she kind of let out a little bit, which I think was leading to her roll on it. But you got to be really careful. You got 2 fouls. You can't pick up a third on an illegal screen. If you're going to pick up a third, it's got to be something defensively. Can't be in that line. But she does a great job of finding Russell on the backside, who now is 2 for 3 from deep. And I would say that's probably 2 more even attempts than Portsmouth was wanting her to even get today. Because once she gets going, she can really get going in a hurry, and that makes their entire team better. We got some Hamilton playing up here.
Like at the Trojan Pet Band, almost directly behind us here at Trojan Arena. Kiki Woods gets it up the floor. Swings it out to Carter, now back to Woods. Trojans slowing things down on the offense. KK Mays surveys, finds Shannon. Shannon into Allen in the post. Allen step through, can't finish. Goes up, second effort, gets swatted. She gets it back again. Allen to the basket, no good. Woods with the rebound. And
this is going to be a really big call. That's a huge call.
To go against Russell.
Her third.
Woods back at the stripe. She can't knock down the first one as Riley Russell will enter the game in place of Bailey Russell. Woods can't knock down the second one, and they're going to call a lane violation on Portsmouth, so it doesn't matter anyway. Godby will walk it up the floor now for the Dragons. Gets it over to Talia Farrow. Now Cornell with it. She'll drive to the middle. Gets it back out to Talia Farrow. Now Godby spins. Godby picks it up. Swings it out to Russell. She'll go baseline. Skips it out. Back to Godby. Now back to Russell in the corner. Dragons circling the perimeter. Godby down the middle. Finds Cornell. She'll fire from the corner. Airmails it. Haven Carter hauled in the rebound.
Yeah, Fairland didn't look comfortable at any point on that offense possession, even though they were never really in a hurry, but they got themselves in a hurry, and that leads to the launch three.
KK Mays tried to find Woods. It's knocked away, and a scramble picked up by Riley Russell, but they'll call it travel. Ball going back and forth. Some chaos created on the defensive end on both sides. Allen inbounds it to Woods. She gets swatted away. Talia Farrow has it for the Dragons. Riley Russell, she'll fire from long range off the glass, but rebounded by Cornell. Cornell put back, swatted away by Haven Carter, but a foul.
I think that is going to be 3 now on Haven Carter.
Third.
Now we're going to see Addison Cornell at the line. She was 2 for 2 in her first trip for her only points.
Cornell's first shot rattles around and falls out. Salem Allen will re-enter for the Trojans in place of Haven Carter. Second one from Cornell is good. It's back to a 6-point lead for Fairland.
One thing to think about, Portsmouth has not made a field goal since early in the first quarter. Everything has been at the line so far. That's going to be the second on Telefaro. So right now, Leap, Telefaro, Cornell, Godby, Donahue, all with 2 fouls on Fairland and 3 for Bailey Russell. So where I talked about in the pregame, their depth, it's going to be tested in a big way here.
Woods can't make the first free throw.
She made her first. She has missed her last 6 now.
Try to get back on track with this one. Second shot from Woods. That's no good. Taliaferro grabs the rebound. Coming up on 2 minutes to go till halftime. Here's Cornell from downtown. It's tipped. And a fight for it in the post. Won by the Trojans. Shannon threw it right back to Fairland. Call a tie-up possession, arrow points to Portsmouth. Looked like Shannon had it and just dropped it right into the hands of Donahue, who's still getting up off the floor.
Yeah, just active hands everywhere, leading to, just an unfortunate fumble there. That's the 5th tie-up already.
Sienna Allen races up the far sideline. Allen finds Shannon just inside the arc, knocks down the jumper. Good find from Allen. Shannon able to convert on the baseline.
Yeah, the first made basket since a KK Mays 19-footer in the first quarter.
Godby directing traffic for Fairland. There's Donahue being guarded tight at the mid-court line and fouled by Salem Allen.
First on Salem Allen. Next foul will lead to free throws for Fairland.
Nobody on the ball for the Trojans. They inbound it to Donahue in the backcourt. Donahue up the floor, Riley Russell, now Cornell in the post. Splits the double team to Godby. Godby working down her defender, finds Cornell in the corner. And a steal by Woods. Woods racing, Godby chasing her down, blocked by Godby.
Man, that is a risky play by Addison Godby, but she picks up her 3rd block with 2 fouls. I think they may be getting her out here just as, you just gotta, you're trusting your senior here, but you just gotta make sure she knows you can't have a 3rd foul here in this last minute.
Kiana Miller checks in place of Addison Cornell. Godby already surpassing her season average in blocks. They inbound it right to Allen. Allen working on Godby. Allen goes up, couldn't finish, and it's out of bounds off of Allen back to Fairland.
And you can tell they're letting Godby know she just stays straight up. Allen's trying to draw the foul there instead of just going up and seeing, hey, all I got to do is elevate and get it off the glass. Tries to go draw the foul and instead ends up in a missed shot and a turnover.
Russell finds Taliaferro inside, and she traveled before firing the pass.
That's the 10th turnover for Fairland. A lot of them have come from the freshmen, just seemingly getting rushed a little bit before they get going.
And now another sub for the Dragons. Stella Whitley will give Godby a quick breather.
Yeah, and that's a good sub, because if you get the ball back and it's a dead ball, you can get Godby back in, but you can save her from possibly picking up a 3rd.
Woods quickly splits the defense, picks up her dribble at the elbow, gets it out to Mays. Trojans will reset. It's Allen. Allen steps back, puts up the triple, no good. And out of bounds. Bryce Shannon couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, right now I would try to get Godby back in, but maybe you can go to 1 You trust Telefaro, who's had a lot of success, to make sure you get the last shot here.
Taliaferro only 3 points in the last game, and a foul drawn by Kiana Miller.
She's going to go to the line for her first. It's going to be the first foul second foul for Sienna Allen. Something to keep an eye on throughout this contest as well.
Miller going to the line for the first time this season.
In high school.
She can't knock down the first one. Miller averaging 3.5 points a game, season high of 6. Second attempt from Miller is good. She's got her first high school free throw made, as Haven Carter will re-enter the game for Portsmouth, as does Tegan Leap for Fairland.
I mean, I think if you've got Carter coming at you, you got to tell someone on your team, if you're Fairland, try to take a charge, because she is such an important piece for this Portsmouth team, averaging 17 a game, has not scored yet, and has 3 fouls.
Woods trying to get up the floor, gives it back to Carter. Long pass ahead to KK Mays. 10 seconds left in the half. There's Woods on the block. Woods lost it in the paint, taken away by Miller. 4 seconds. Miller fires one up from long range off the glass. No shot on the putback, and that brings us to halftime here in Portsmouth. The Fairland Dragons holding on to a 5-point lead in this OVC battle. 20-15 Dragons in front. As we'll head to halftime, we'll be right back with our thoughts on the first half. You're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news, Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Rathkamp Financial is a comprehensive financial services firm committed to helping our clients improve their long-term financial success. Our customized programs seek to grow, protect, and conserve our clients' wealth by delivering personalized service and expertise. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, FINRA SIPC. Please call us at 740-775-1040 to schedule a consultation.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget as well as 60 months 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place. And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
Experience the hometown Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's real value and real peace of mind. Your Hometown Chevrolet is proud to be your trusted local dealer of new and pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly or start shopping online at yourhometownchevy.com.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Have you experienced simply brilliant fiber internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery, tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Halftime here inside Trojan Arena at Portsmouth High School. The Fairland Dragons clinging to a 20-15 lead over the Portsmouth Trojans here in this OVC Battle Final Four rematch from a season ago. Carson Francis and John Bruce back with you. John, Fairland built an 8-point lead early on in the second quarter. They weren't able to build off of it, got in some foul trouble, which allowed Portsmouth to creep back in, and it's down to a 5-point game here at the break. What are your thoughts on the first half?
I was wrong. I was like, it has been high-level defense, but the offense has not gone along with it right now. But I think there will be some adjustments made here at the half that'll make things a little bit easier. The defense has been the king or queen so far of this game. Portsmouth is 3 of 18 from the field, but 9 of 16 at the free throw line. That is why they are still in this game. Sienna Allen, 8 of 8 at the line herself. She has 10 points for a game high. But you mentioned foul trouble on both sides. A little more prevalent on the Fairland side. For Portsmouth, I'll go to them really quick. Haven Carter with 3. She averages 17 points a game. She has not scored, so keep that in mind. So that has been a big factor so far. Sienna Allen with 2 fouls. She has 10 points. Has not really gotten going. She made her first shot from the field, but has missed her last 6 from the field since then. Kiki Woods, only 1 foul. She has 3 steals, but she is 1 for 8 at the foul line. So the fact she has not been able to get going at all, she only has 1 point. So you're seeing the stars for Portsmouth have not really played particularly well. So if you're Coach Hughes, you have to think, okay, we're only down 5. But at the same time, Fairland has really gotten a lot of the shots they've wanted after that first 4 minutes and 5 seconds where they didn't get anything off. Since then, Fairland seemingly has gotten a little more comfortable in this game. They do have 10 turnovers. They were 6 of 15 for the field in the first half, 6 of 10 at the line. But Bailey Russell picking up that 3rd foul in the lane on a rebound that Kiki Woods got kind of unimpededly. A 3rd foul there for Russell was big. She had 8 points to lead them in that first half. But Tegan Leap, 2 fouls. Issa Telefaro, 2 fouls. Addison Cornell, 2 fouls. Addison Godby, 2 fouls. She also has 3 blocks and 5 points, so second on the team in points. And then Lola Donahue with 2 fouls. The freshman coming off the bench as well. So, I mean, this has been a game with a lot of fouls so far, but I think there's going to be some adjustments by the team so far. Just haven't really seen it. Not quite yet.
Fairland, again, got ahead by 8. They let Portsmouth creep back in. They had it down to 2 points at one point in the second quarter until Bailey Russell knocked down a quarter 3, gave Fairland a little bit of a cushion. Who needs to get going a little bit more for Fairland here in the second half?
I really, you just got to have the other players be comfortable when they're getting the ball inside, because right now the floor space has been really good for them. So it's getting some openings, but you've had a couple of different players that have caught the ball on the interior and just not even looked to score. Addison Cornell has done a nice job, but a couple of different times. Now, once she got fouled on it, but didn't even look. Now, if she looks to score, that's going to give them more of a chance to keep that floor balance and keep it spread like it has been.
Portsmouth, meanwhile, again, only 8 on the roster, only 6 really that play. We thought depth might have been an issue. They also ran into some foul trouble, mainly Haven Carter with 3 fouls, KK Mays and Sienna Allen also with 2, but they've done a great job attacking the Dragons, getting some of their key players in foul trouble as well.
Yeah, and I think you got to keep that up if you're Portsmouth, but then you got to trust yourself when you get to the line. Knock down those free throws when you get there. And also, don't rush at the basket. If Addison Godby is going to block you, you know what? She's going to block you. So just go up strong until she does. And then, you know what? She might get your arm also. She's got 2 fouls. If you get her into a little bit more foul trouble, that makes it a lot more difficult for this Fairland team to continue if, both of their top players are in foul trouble.
Portsmouth came into the OVC in 2014. Fairland is 19-4 in the series. In that time span, they're looking to tack on another. They've won the last 3, 4 of the last 5. So they get a steal right out of half.
Yeah, just not very organized, and that's going to foul quickly.
Woods gets to the basket, draws the foul almost right away.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with Fairland there. They come out in a box set that's not even close to having the action needed to, be successful. And then Cornell picks up her 3rd. But, right now, if there's somebody you're going to foul, you're going to want to foul Kiki Woods. 1 for 9 at the line. There you go.
Knocks down the 2nd on that trip.
Yeah,
maybe she just had to see one go in.
You don't want to see anyone struggle, especially at a place like that.
Godby crossing the midcourt line for Fairland, gives it out to Taliaferro. Now there's Cornell, top of the key. Dragons circling the arc. Russell being guarded by Salem Allen. Russell gets past Allen, puts up the floater off the back of the rim, rattles in and out. The fight for it, they're going to get a foul on the Trojans.
I mean, obviously that's good hustle by Addison Cornell, but that hit so many pieces of the rim that you can't really say that it was lack of effort from Portsmouth. It's just good timing by Cornell to come up and get that.
Sky Mays committing the foul, her third. Talia Farrow lost one up for Godby. It was KK Mays committing the foul, rather. Godby kicks it out. Talia Farrow from outside. It's good. Issa Talia Farrow gets her first triple of the night and her first points.
Yeah, good kick out there. Now we're going to get a quick turnover. Lead back up to 7. Talia Farrow knocks down the triple. Great find by Godby. Now you're going to see Bryce Shannon check back in. I thought she gave some really good minutes in that first half. She knocked down their first basket since early in the first quarter, late in the second. So right now, Portsmouth's just got to get themselves calmed down and reorganized offensively.
Here's Godby with it, guarded by Allen. Picks up her dribble at the elbow. They had a lead as large as 8 back in the second quarter. Couldn't do anything with it. Let's see if they can take advantage here. Russell picks up her dribble. There's leap, pump fakes, drives on the outside, picks it up on the baseline. There's Godby driving, backing down Salem. Allen loses it, gets it back, and puts it up over the middle. Largest lead of the night for Fairland.
With how open Bailey Russell was, she better have scored that. Good work there by Godby to finish their biggest lead of the night.
Haven Carter will pull up from downtown. That's no good. And Fairland will let it roll out of bounds. It will go back to the Dragons.
Yeah, and right now, both teams coming out of the break a little discombobulated. Right now, Fairland has done a better job of calming that down with a little 5-0 run here.
Looking to build on a 9-point lead. Russell pulls up from the elbow. Can't get the jumper to go. And it's Allen snagging the board.
Yeah, I like that adjustment by Coach Buchanan to try to get Russell the ball.
Woods to the cup and the finish. Kiki Woods splits the defenders and cashes in. Here's a leap from downtown, knocks it down. Tegan Leap lets it fly. Timeout Fairland. Largest lead of the night for the Dragons. It's a 10-point game here with 5:38 left in the third.
And Kiki Woods was about a fingernail from deflecting that ball, just misses it, and then Leap just calmly buries that triple. 4 points now. As you mentioned, biggest lead of the night now for Fairland. I like the timeout from Coach Buchanan. Calm your team down a little bit. The basket was a little too easy for Fairland. You don't want them to, or from Portsmouth, you don't want them to get confidence offensively, because if they get going, they're going to be a really dangerous team to stop. But you want to keep them rushing shots. Don't let them get the shots in the paint if you're Fairland.
Fairland's been attacking the perimeter here to start. Already got 2 big triples here in the half from Leap and Talia Farrow.
Well, that's what you need, because right now, Russell is the one from the outside that a lot of teams will look at, but you get those other players stepping up and knocking down those shots, makes them a lot more difficult to guard.
Dragons going into their press. Trojans able to break it. Here's Woods to the rim, and she gets fouled.
I think right now you're going to want to raise your hand if you're Tegan Leap to try to get credit for this foul, because I think it's going to be on, it's going to be on Leap, which is a good break, because I thought it was going to be the 4th on Cornell.
Woods 2 for 10 from the stripe, as the first one bounces off the back iron. Second one from Woods is up, and it's off the front of the rim. Cornell brings in the board.
And right now it's a lot of mental stuff with Kiki Woods. She's too good of a player to shoot like that at the line. I could see her getting out of it fairly soon.
Leap again for 3 off the rim. Fights for her own rebound, and it's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, you like the hustle, but that's going to be a big-time foul. We're going to see Riley Russell check back in. Leap picks up her 4th foul. 4 points for the senior. A good look, just a little too aggressive on the follow-through.
Riley Russell Re-entering for the Dragons, and Haven Carter will come back in for Portsmouth.
She's going to get KK Mays, a late sub. She may have been there and just not seen to be waved in.
They get it into Woods. Woods trying to break the press, gets it over to Allen. Allen puts her head down, pulls up, and it's blocked again by Godby, her 4th block of the game.
Yeah, she's just been unbelievable on her timing. Her 2 fouls have not come off block attempts either. So 6 foot, and I would say maybe closer to 6'4" on that wingspan.
Carter tried to inbound to Allen, and she stepped over the line.
Yeah, just said that off the deflection, she didn't get her both feet inbounds, which leads to the turnover, the 10th for Portsmouth. And when you're not shooting the ball well from the field or particularly the line, you cannot have turnovers because you got to have as many attempts at the rim as possible.
Here's Cornell with it on the outside, trying to go to Russell inside. It's picked off by Woods. Woods races up the floor. Woods to the basket off 2 feet, won't go. Knocked out of bounds, Fairland basketball.
That was the 4th steal for Woods, but just unable to get anything going offensively. She's only got 4 points to go along with the 4 steals and 4 rebounds.
Godby walks it up the floor for Fairland. Cornell out to Russell. Riley Russell foul away from the basketball against Fairland. We'll go on Talia Farrow.
Her 3rd. 13th turnover for Fairland. 3 already here in the 3rd quarter.
We talked about it coming out at half. We're really going to see when Fairland continues to get in foul trouble, we're really going to see how deep they truly are. Woods gets it across midcourt, finds a wide open Sky Mays. Salem Allen for 3, too long. Godby with the board. Now the Dragons push it up. Talia Farrow tried to go deep for Cornell. It's taken away. Allen bringing it up. Trojans have a 3-on-2. Allen spins, finds Mays, kicks it back out to Salem Allen.
And right now you can just see Portsmouth is not very confident.
Allen in the post, too easy inside for the OU commit.
Yeah, and she figured out who was guarding her and goes right after her as Russell does not want to pick up a 4th foul.
Talia Farrow trying to work on Carter. There's a foul against the Trojans. It'll be the 4th on Haven Carter.
Yeah, that's a big one. You know, as we've said multiple times, 17 points a game. She has not scored, has 4 fouls already, and she's staying in the game with just under 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. I think Coach Hughes is letting her know, like, hey, you got to be smart, because they need her to be in this game. But, man, this is a lot of time. 12 minutes without fouling. Can't be easy. I think they're going to try to go after her right now.
Bryce Shannon checks in for Sky Mays. Godby against Allen, gives it out to Talia Farrow. Dragons circling the arc. Godby, pull up 3 off the back of the rim. Salem Allen racing up the floor for Portsmouth. Salem Allen in the corner, finds Carter in the post, off her foot and out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a good sub, because right now they're going to go right after her. And they're using her defensively, making her guard in that high screen and roll. And where she doesn't step out, you're going to be able to pick your player. You want to get a good look there.
Try to go long for Addison Cornell over her head. I think Godby saw that she was open just a second too late. Kind of rushed that pass.
Yeah, and just, I mean, right now, Fairland just not playing very quality offense. 5 turnovers in this half, and it's just trying to go too quick. When they're not trying to go too quick, they're getting good looks.
Portsmouth needing a spark offensively. Here's Woods to the basket and the finish. Kiki Woods sprints to the basket and cashes in.
We're going to have a delay of game. Yeah, just a delay game. You get one. I mean, that's what the warning's for.
Allow Fairland to reset their full court offense. They'll bring Sienna Allen up to guard Godby full court.
Yeah, I mean, right now, with Carter still in the game, I think you just got to go right back at her, try to get her that fifth.
Talia Farrow just gets it away. Here's Cornell from outside. No good. Russell fighting for the rebound, but the battle's won by KK Mays. There's Allen with it for Portsmouth. Allen kicks it out. Shannon for three. That's no good. She gets her own rebound, though. Going back to work. Mays gets fouled going up in the post. We go against Riley Russell. Second foul of the night on the freshman.
Yeah, for Fairland, you push the lead out to 10. You get the timeout. But since then, they've gotten like 2 shot attempts, and they've both been wild threes so far.
First attempt from the stripe for KK Mays, rattles around and falls. Lola Donahue to re-enter for Fairland, replacing Talia Farrow.
Got our Kenneth Hay stretching over here next to us.
Kenneth Hay, our cameraman tonight, as always. That one rims out and recovered by Godby. 28-23, under 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Godby finds Donahue. Dragons surveying the arc. Here's Russell. Being guarded tight by KK Mays, picks up her dribble, trying to find Bailey Russell, and it's thrown away.
6 turnovers in the quarter for Fairland, and they're doing it, a lot of it, careless passes, rush passes, and right now just kind of sloppy play for Fairland after taking that 10-point lead.
You can sense the momentum slowly shifting back towards Portsmouth. See if the Trojans can capitalize. A 3-out, 2-in action for the Trojans. Woods feeds Carter in the post. Carter goes up and finishes a strong basket from Haven. Carter lead back down to 3 for Fairland. And John Buchanan wants a timeout to talk it over. We'll take it with them. 28-25, Fairland in front. Here in Portsmouth, you're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball and Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Rathkamp Financial is a comprehensive financial services firm committed to helping our clients improve their long-term financial success. Our customized programs seek to grow, protect, and conserve our clients' wealth by delivering personalized service and expertise. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, FINRA SIPC. Please call us at 740-775-1040 to schedule a consultation.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
28-25, Fairland in front of Portsmouth, but a 7-0 run by the Trojans has them right back into this game, John. Very reminiscent of what we saw in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's just... It's not been a game of huge runs or really like dynamic runs, but it's been a game of runs so far. And right now, Fairland not handling the ball well, and because of that, Portsmouth is able to claw their way back in this game. They still haven't shot really well from the field, but it's been a lot more impactful because of the lack of shot selection or even shots that Fairland's getting.
KK Mays applying pressure on Riley Russell. Now Cornell to the basket and the easy finish.
That's a great play by Addison Cornell. Goes until she's stopped, not stopped, finishes with the left hand.
Cornell with the basket to push the lead back up to 5. Here's Woods off the screen from Sienna Allen. Now the handoff to KK Mays. Mays spins, gets to the rim, high off the glass, no good. Cornell tried to grab it, it's knocked away, and it'll stay with Fairland.
Yeah, I like the attempt by Mays. Maybe could have slowed herself down a little bit at the hoop to go up. But right now, if you're Coach Hughes, you have to like the effort that your team's giving. You just got to be a little more efficient offensively.
Stella Whitley re-enters for Fairland. She'll inbound. Tried to find Godby, who's being guarded full court by Sienna Allen. Cornell on the far side wing. Cornell gets through the double team, now finds Bailey Russell. 50 seconds to go here in the third. Whitley over to Cornell at the volleyball line.
Portsmouth will get the ball to start the fourth. So a stop here would be huge.
Fairland circling the perimeter. Russell dishes it to Whitley. 27 seconds. Whitley fell down, throwing a pass, and scooped up by the Trojans. Haven Carter over to Allen. Allen off 2 feet, won't go. Woods with the rebound. Carter, mid-range jumper, gets it to fall. Back to a 3-point game. Godby over to Russell in the corner. Russell, baseline drive, draws the foul.
And that's what, that's going to be the fourth on KK Mace. But, that's where I don't understand certain aspects of officiating because, there was a couple of different plays there.
4.7 to go here in the third quarter. Salem Allen to re-enter for the Trojans.
Yeah, 4.7. Should pick up once the clock starts.
Some last-minute substitutions here on both sides. Talia Farrow will re-enter for Fairland, and she'll inbound. 4-cross set for the Dragons. Talia Farrow finds Godby, high post. Godby, the runner off the glass. Bank is open for Addison Godby as the third quarter buzzer sounds. Fairland leading Portsmouth by 5 as we head to the final 8 minutes of play from Trojan Arena, 32-27. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
3 quarters down, 1 to play here in Portsmouth. Fairland ahead of the Trojans, 32-27. Fairland on multiple occasions has built some sizable leads. Portsmouth has climbed back, but the last-second basket by Addison Godby right before the buzzer posted the lead to 5, maybe gives Fairland some momentum back.
Yeah, that was big because it was a 10-point lead, got down to 3, and now Portsmouth looked like they were going to get a stop. Now they get the ball to start the fourth. If you get a stop, even if you don't hit a 3 here, to tie it, you're right back in the game. But that 5 points does look a little bit bigger. But if you're Portsmouth, you have to feel pretty good. You were down 10, you were really struggling. You got right back into this game.
The officials sending both teams back to the benches. Not sure as to why, but we will have to wait a few seconds to get the fourth quarter going.
Yeah, just, one of those things. Things happen, so administrative things and whatnot. So we will see what's going to happen here shortly. But big-time play there by Addison Godby to end the third quarter as she's able to get back in, get the runner at the buzzer. She didn't score in that third quarter, up to 7 points. Addison Russell, former Cup great, Bailey Russell didn't score in that third quarter. So Godby scores at the horn. Bailey Russell doesn't score, and you still score, and you keep your lead at the same length. So if you're Fairland, you have to feel pretty good as well, because you have 7 turnovers in that quarter, played pretty sloppy overall, and then even with that, you're able to stay with the lead, and you don't lose any ground in the lead at all as well.
As we have some administration dealing with the Fairland student section, trying to get some things worked out. Meanwhile, looking ahead for both teams after tonight, Fairland will head to, you're gonna like this, they're gonna head to Myrtle Beach for a weekend.
That'd be all right.
Playing a tournament down there. Portsmouth will travel to Gallia Academy on Friday for another OVC battle. The defending Division 5 state champions, they are 31-1 in their last 32 games against OVC competition.
Yeah, and you know who the one was. So, I mean, they've been pretty dominating over the last few years, and that one was at Fairland a couple years ago. We had the game here over at Fairland. Was a pretty impactful win for the Dragons over there. And I think that was, Portsmouth, we weren't sure if they were ready yet 2 years ago. They showed here that they were ready, and then they showed it with the numbers up there on the banner getting to the Final Four 2 years ago. But you had, you graduate maybe your heart and soul from a year ago, and then you have to replace that, and you have to do it throughout the season. It's not just something that just snaps right into play. And you can see right now, this is going to be one of those big-time learning processes for Portsmouth to see if they are ready to be right back at that level, or else it's going to be a process throughout the year.
Final 8 minutes finally underway from the Trojan Arena, this Division 5 Final Four rematch from a season ago. Carter in the post, turnaround jumper off the front of the rim, and a foul by Carter on the rebound, and that's her 5th.
And it's such a soft foul. I mean, I will be honest, probably got away with one late in that third quarter, but man, that's not how you want. I mean, it looked like she was kind of being given a chance to play a little bit more. Picks up her 5th right there, only with 4 points, all of those coming there late in the third quarter. That is a big-time play in this game.
Shannon will replace her for the Trojans. Talia Farrow got to get it in. She just finds Godby. Fairland breaking the press. Here's Riley Russell, swings it out. Here's Cornell, corner 3, it's good.
2.
Foot was on the line, it will be 2 points, but nonetheless a big-time jumper for the 5'10 senior.
8 points now for Addison Cornell. She's been awesome tonight.
Allen for 3, knocks it down. Sienna Allen answers right back for the Trojans.
Yeah, you need that if you're Portsmouth. She had not made a shot since the first shot of the game. Knocks down that triple. Big-time play there for Sienna Allen.
7 minutes left. 4-point lead for the Fairland Dragons. Godby off the screen from Russell. Godby kicks it out to Leah Farrow. Extra pass, Cornell. Again from the corner, won't go. Allen hauls in the board. Allen up the floor to Woods. Woods under the basket finds Allen in the corner. Step back triple, no good, and an offensive foul.
It's going to be on Kiki Woods. I think it was just going out after she dropped the pass off. Yeah, I mean, it's an arm gets extended, ends up, that's one of those calls you don't really want to make, but it's hard not to.
Amy Hughes wanted an explanation. She gets one. Inbound pass tipped by Allen. Fairland gets it right back. Talia Farrow across the timeline. This is Godby off the screen from Russell. Godby to the basket. Reverse layups, no good. A tie-up for it in the post. Possession arrow points to the way of the green and white.
I'll tell you what, Addison Cornell may be underappreciated just for what all she's been able to do here tonight, just making things happen like crazy for Fairland.
Bailey Russell receives the inbound in the corner, got it knocked away, and before the tie-up, John Buchanan wants a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here. Intense start to the fourth quarter. But as you said, John, Addison Cornell has done so much for this Fairland team that maybe not all of it's going to go down in the score sheet, but the Fairland faithful is going to remember what she did to help her team tonight.
Yeah, she's only got 6 rebounds. Well, 8.6 rebounds. She's been a big-time player in this game, though. Was used as a screener. Did a good job of getting into their offense a few different times in the first half as well. And it's just those are the little types of plays that you need throughout. So right now, Portsmouth hasn't really had that. You know, Bryce Shannon's given them some good minutes. KK Mays has as well. But, I mean, really, it's been Sienna Allen, Kiki Woods right now. And that third player for Fairland, being Addison Cornell, has made the difference in this. So she has 4 more points than Haven Carter did. That's the 4-point difference right now on the scoreboard.
And if you're Portsmouth, you've got Haven Carter now fouled out. You've also got KK Mays with 4 fouls. You want to be aggressive, but you also just got to be careful not to have some of your best players. Want to make sure you have them available for the most important moments of this one.
Yeah, you just have to be smart if you're Portsmouth right now. Now, the good thing for them, Kiki Woods, Sienna Allen only have 2 fouls each, so they could be very aggressive. But you want KK Mays to be smart as well.
Talia Farrow tried to inbound it to Cornell. It's through her hands and scooped up by KK Mays.
18 turnovers now.
Woods at the elbow. She'll back it out. KK Mays pump fakes, drives, finds Shannon in the corner. Sienna Allen being face guarded by Godby. They get it over to Godby, who gets Cornell switched on to her. Allen trying to back down Cornell. Finds Mays in the post, can't finish. Second effort, gets fouled. It's a good find by Sienna Allen. And 2 big free throws away KK Mays.
Third foul on Addison Godby. That ends up being a big one, but now you at least make it to where Mays has got to score the 2 at the line instead of on a bunting inside.
Mays' first shot rattles in. Mays an 8 points a game scorer. He's got 4 on the night so far. Second shot from Mays rattles in and leads back down to 2 for Fairland. Talia Farrow races up the floor. Shannon races up to guard her. Riley Russell from downtown, it's good. Riley Russell, the freshman, with a big triple.
Yeah, we talked about the depth of Fairland, and it's coming out in spades here in the second half.
Woods to the basket, answers right back.
Beautiful drive by Kiki Woods. She wants to be in that right hand all the time. Does a great job going to the left to get right back to the right and finishing on the opposite side for the reverse layup.
Talia Farrow being pressured by Woods. Now Bailey Russell. Russell fakes the dish, puts one up, can't finish. And it'll be Portsmouth basketball.
Yeah, you get a good look there from Russell. You're okay with that if you're Coach Buchanan. Quick reset now. Only 1 timeout left for Fairland, 3 for Portsmouth. Something to keep an eye on.
Kick ball as Allen throws it off the foot of Godby. Trojans will reset. Mays will inbound, gets it into Woods. Woods up the floor. Here's Shannon. Corner 3, in and out. And a loose ball. Fairland couldn't grab the rebound. And it'll be Dragons basketball after the tie-up.
Yeah, but man, that's a missed opportunity for Fairland because they had 2 players standing there, just neither grabs it. You maintain the possession arrow, but now you lose that later on if you might need it. Now, Godby just walked with that.
Ball was picked off by Salem Allen. The ball touched the out-of-bounds line, and the Dragons will reset that inbound. Riley Russell to set the table this time. Russell gets it into Godby. Godby trapped at the midcourt line, splits it over to Bailey Russell. Bailey Russell loses it, taken away by Salem Allen. Trojans can tie it with a three. Here's Allen. Allen got it knocked away by Godby. Possession arrow points back to Portsmouth after the tie-up. Godby showing off the aggressiveness on the defensive end.
Yeah, she's got 3 fouls, but with 4 minutes left to play, you can still be aggressive if you're Godby, and she does a good job. Good hands to force that loose ball.
Mays will get it going, inbounds it to Shannon. Trojans have won 3 straight against Fairland and 4 of the last 5. Fairland looking to put that streak to an end here. Woods out to Salem Allen from downtown. It's good. Salem Allen nuts it up at 37, under 4 to play here in Portsmouth.
First points of the night for Salem Allen. Steps up and drills it.
Talia Farrow tried to fire into Cornell and out of bounds. Portsmouth basketball with a chance to take the lead. Crowd rising to its feet here in Trojan Arena.
Well, we talked about the different times, the different players that have stepped up for Fairland. Portsmouth has one step up in a big way there with Salem Allen drilling the triple. Good find by Kiki Woods as well.
Sienna Allen across midcourt. Allen working on Talia Farrow. Allen gets the rim and draw. No, she traveled. She was going up for the layup. The official said that she walked. It's a costly turnover.
Wasn't sure if it was going to be a walk or a jump ball. Either way, good hands by Fairland.
Riley Russell across midcourt, almost lost her dribble. Woods coming in from behind in the steal. Woods up the floor, dishes it to Allen. Allen with the finish. Trojans back in front.
First lead since the first quarter.
Sienna Allen putting the team on her back. Talia Farrow to the basket and the tough finish. Issa Talia Farrow through contact. Ties it back up at 39.
Yeah, things have gotten a little hectic now. Talia Farrow gets the shot to fall. Now this is where Fairland, only having the one timeout left, could come up big. Because right now it seems like Portsmouth has the game playing at their pace.
Woods on the outside wing finds Salem Allen in the corner. Allen off the screen, dishes inside. Mays step through. And a foul before the shot.
It's going to be the 4th on Addison Cornell. So now 4 on Tegan Leap, Addison Cornell, and that's all for Fairland. Still 4 for KK Mays for Portsmouth.
Mays lobs one up for Woods. Trojans working the perimeter. Shannon. Shannon being guarded closely by Cornell. Back to Woods at the top of the key.
Each team with only 2 team fouls so far.
Woods kicks it out. Shannon wanted to take the three. She'll drive instead. Kicks it out. Salem Allen. Trojans working the perimeter. It's Woods. Allen trying to post up on Godby. They get it into Allen. Allen goes to work, kicks it out. Salem Allen pump fakes. Drives Mays in the post. Now back out to Salem Allen.
Well, they completely lost Salem Allen, but I don't think she realized it at the time.
2 minutes remaining in this OVC contest here in Portsmouth. Allen wanted to take the three. Cornell gets back just in time. Trojans really slowing it down. Woods spins, puts it up off the front iron. Russell with the rebound.
I think if you're Fairland, you got to take care of the ball here. 21 turnovers.
Cornell being guarded by KK Mays. Cornell on the drive, trying to find someone open, gets it out to Godby. 1:25 to play. Godby spins. Godby backing down Allen. Godby gets tied up, and a jump ball arrow pointing to Fairland.
Yeah, look for them to look for something here to Godby to try to get her some action going downhill. Great help side defense.
Talia Farrow to inbound. Trying to find someone open. Try to get it into Godby, deflected by Allen.
I think they got to run some sort of action to try to get Godby a screen to get it in, because right now Sienna Allen knows where the ball is going. I like it, using her as a screener.
They throw one up to Godby on the far side wing.
And you might have a matchup here you like.
Godby out to Russell. Russell from downtown knocks it down. Bailey Russell puts Fairland back in front. 1 minute remaining here in Portsmouth. Allen from deep, off the front iron. Allen saves it. What a play by Sienna Allen. Woods to the basket, falling backwards. That's a travel.
Well, and that play was really made possible by Kiki Woods keeping that play alive, because Fairland decided they were just going to box out and let it go out of bounds. You cannot do that in this situation. 49.8 to play. So, 2 timeouts, or not 2 timeouts, 2 fouls right now for Portsmouth. If you're Portsmouth, you can use the Allens and Kiki Woods and Bryce Shannon to really turn up the pressure. You don't want KK Mays to get a foul. But 21 turnovers, the possession, or 21 turnovers by Fairland. The possession arrow is going for Portsmouth. If you're Portsmouth, you got to go for the ball, try to get a tie up, something. You still have a couple timeouts left too. So if you get the ball, go to the basket. You don't have to settle for the 3. Where Fairland gets that 3 was you get a not great switch for Portsmouth, and then they run just a great quick action to get Bailey Russell an open look. And that's the 3 you want. Gets her feet set, 49.8 to play.
It'll be Riley Russell to inbound for Fairland. Trojans trying to get a steal. They get it into Godby, and a steal. Allen deflected it. And Salem Allen has it on the far side wing.
Don't need a 3.
Here's Shannon at the top, gives it out to Sienna Allen. Allen pulls up from deep, won't go. Cornell with the board. Talia Farrow up the floor to Russell. Dragons get it ahead, it's Cornell. Cornell with the wide open lay-in, and that extends it to 5. Could be the dagger for the Dragons. Last chance for the defending champs. Allen from deep, no good. Woods with the rebound. Shannon from outside, off the top of the board. Russell hauls it in, and she gets fouled at the free throw line with 6.6 remaining. And the Dragon faithful can smell a victory here in Portsmouth.
Yeah, get the ball in one more time. If you're Fairland, you just hold on to it, because even if you get a jump ball, it's still going to run at least a second or 2 off the clock. And right now, Portsmouth's just firing up, just rushing shots a little bit too much. But this, when you haven't faced a lot of these situations, you don't know how you're going to deal with them, which is why it's so valuable for these teams to play each other at such a high level.
Talia Farrow gets it into Russell. Russell wins the tie-up, and a late foul called after Russell pulled away from Salem Allen. That's the last foul that Portsmouth had to give. Next one puts Fairland at the charity stripe.
Yeah, so if you're Fairland, get the ball in. That's all you got to do. Just don't turn it over. Get the ball in. And then if you're not going to get the ball in, okay.
Baseball pass to Talia Farrow, hauled in by Russell. Final seconds, and that's the ball game. Fairland conquers the Trojans here in Portsmouth. Dragons take down the defending state champs 44-39 and get the rivalry back in their favor.
Yeah, great work by Fairland. A 7-0 run to end the game. After they had the lead almost the entire night, they finally give up the lead. Telefaro answers with a huge basket, and then your best players step up. The huge 3 from Bailey Russell, and then Cornell gets the rebound and the run out to really put the game away.
44-39, Fairland over Portsmouth, your final score from Trojan Arena. We'll quickly step aside, come back, give our final thoughts on this one. You're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget as well as 60 months 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news, Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Have you experienced simply brilliant fiber internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Welcome back to Trojan Arena here in Portsmouth, where the Fairland Dragons take down the defending Division 5 state champion Portsmouth Trojans 44-39. Some redemption in favor of the Dragons. They lost all 3 matchups to Portsmouth a season ago. They come in here to Portsmouth on the road, make a statement, going back to Proctorville with a 5-point win.
Yeah, it was an outstanding game. Not always the prettiest, but when you have teams at this high of level and energy and the defensive prowess that they both play with, sometimes it's not going to be the prettiest, which is why you have a lot of turnovers, you have a lot of tie-ups, but you also see a big comeback by Portsmouth and then a huge answer by Fairland. You know, they get up as much as 10 and then kind of went stagnant. Portsmouth makes a great comeback. They end up going up 2, but Fairland scores the last 7 points of the game to get a 5-point win here at Trojan Arena. Just an outstanding high school basketball game.
Absolutely. 2 teams that have been playing at a high level throughout the past couple years, and certainly the rematch later on in Proctorville should be another good one, but everything you want in a matchup with 2 teams that have been playing as high-level basketball as Fairland and Portsmouth.
Yeah, you have, Portsmouth showing the heart of a champion in their comeback there. And then Fairland showing why they've won 3 straight regional championships because, they know how to win. Portsmouth doesn't quit. They give themselves a chance late, even without one of their better players playing very much tonight. And just overall, you just see, that's what high school basketball is all about. You see the effort, the energy, the heart, and it's just both teams left it all on the floor, and that's why that matchup in Proctorville in a little bit of time is going to be outstanding.
Fairland improves their record against Portsmouth since Portsmouth joined the OVC in 2014 to 20-4. After they break a 3-game skid in the series, they will travel to Myrtle Beach for a weekend tournament this upcoming Friday, they'll take on Westside High School out of South Carolina before playing at least 2 more games that weekend. And then Portsmouth will look to bounce back at Gallia Academy on Friday.
Yeah, the thing with Fairland for that trip is it's more about you, because you might play some really talented teams. I remember watching Fairland down their boys team around like 2015-ish or so. They went down to Myrtle Beach. They just destroyed someone the first game, and then read, this team's really good. They had 2 guys, one guy went to North Carolina, one guy went to Duke. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you see, because you just don't know when you go down to those things. You could play someone from Ohio that you could have played up here anyway, but it's a team thing. You go as a team, you get better as a team, you learn as a team that things you may not see here. So big opportunity for them. And then Portsmouth, as you said, they get a chance to get things right over at Gallia Academy on Friday?
Friday.
Yeah, so Friday, I wouldn't really want to be the Blue Angels in that situation. So just going through some stats real quick, Bailey Russell led the Dragons with 11, including the go-ahead game-winning 3 late off of that screen and roll by Addison Godby. So she had 11, hits 3 threes. Big night for Bailey Russell. Addison Cornell, we talked about her in that one break, and then the ball goes through her hands on the next trip immediately. But, man, she came up with some huge plays on the night. 10.7 rebounds, outstanding game for the senior. Addison Godby, 7 points. She had 5 blocks, a few rebounds as well. She had the big assist, setting things up for them. She had another nice night for them. 5 points for Issa Telefero, including the tying basket there after they went down for the first time since the first quarter. Big play there from her. Tegan Leap with 4 points. 3 points from Riley Russell, a big 3 for her. It was a 2-point game at the time. She hits a 3, makes it a 5-point game before a nice little run by Portsmouth. 2 points for Lola Donahue, 1 for Kiana Miller. And Stella Whitley also gave them some good minutes as well for the Dragons. 22 turnovers, that's something that they'll talk about and address, but man, overall they just made a lot of winning plays down the stretch. For Portsmouth, 17 points, 8 rebounds for Sienna Allen, 8 for 8 at the free throw line. Was not able to get there in the second half, and that was a big difference maker down the stretch. 8 points for Kiki Woods, and then she just did the little things throughout. So she struggled offensively for the most part, but she gets 6 steals, including a big one late. She gets 6 steals. She has 3 assists in the game, 5 rebounds, just doing so many little things that win you games, and ultimately gave her team a chance throughout. So 5 points for KK Mays, 4 points for Haven Carter. That's the one to look for in the next one, because, I mean, she didn't play a whole lot. She fouls out early in the 4th, and, she's going to come out with a vengeance in that next one. Averages 17 points a game. Look for her to have a big rest of the way, because she's an outstanding player. 3 points for Salem Allen. Hit that huge 3 to tie the game. And then 2 points for Bryce Shannon. I thought she gave some really good minutes for them as well. So, for Portsmouth, you need games like this. Sometimes you got to come back down to earth a little bit. And by coming back down to earth, then you can just explode right back up. Their second loss in the season to 2 really good teams. I look for them to really, up until they go up to Berlin Highland in the middle of January, I look for them to have a lot of success along the way. Now for Fairland, as you mentioned, they go down to the Beach Ball Classic, and then they come up and play at Marietta College, and you play Warren, and they're going to challenge themselves. They're going to go up to Berlin Highland, the Classic in the country, and I think they go to the Classic in the city right after the next day, so they're going to go challenge themselves. It's going to be really exciting when they play in Proctorville. I know Fairland Sports Network will have that one, so that one should be an outstanding contest as well.
Keep an eye out for that later on. And looking ahead to our coverage this week, Thursday night, Kenneth Hay and I will be in Minford for a big SOC3 battle. The mighty Minford Falcons hosting the Portsmouth West Senators in a battle atop the SOC3. And then Friday night, our Kingston National Bank SVC Game of the Week up in Kinnickinnick. The Pioneers of Zane Trace hosting Unioto. That's always a good one.
Yeah, so you got a lot of Top of league matchups throughout this week. You had a great one here tonight. I think that West Medford game has a chance to be really good, and that Uniota Zane Trace game should be outstanding as well. Coach's Call-In Show tomorrow night. Hayden Stoll Healthcare Coach's Call-In Show will be live from the Chillicothe Sports Cards studio now over at the new SOSA studio in downtown Chillicothe.
One final time from Trojan Arena, the Fairland Dragons come in and walk away with a 44-39 win over the Portsmouth Trojans. From Kenneth Hay, our cameraman, and John Bruce, I'm Carson Francis. We thank you for tuning in to tonight's presentation of Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.